fish. I believe I put it in. No, I don't think I did it over there. Maybe I did. Let's check it anyways. Nope, no fish in here. How about in here? Yep, there we go. Let's take those out. Alright, quest complete. Catch of the day. Return to Ernest. We also have some sunfish. What did he want me to catch? It was catfish, right? Collect a green-bellied bass. Well, we have one, I believe. Yeah, so we'll take that out. So that's one down. And we'll turn in the other one when we're out there fishing. Let me check one thing real quick. I want to make sure I actually have some fishing rod or fishing lures for it. Small, yeah, that's what we need. Small, alright, so I got at least 2 fishing lures. Is there a way to like recycle these things other than to break them down? I mean, do I get anything out of, can I repair these things, or is it even not worth it? Let's just break this thing down. It doesn't seem like I get anything out of breaking that down. Absolutely nothing. So I've been storing them in my bank, but I don't think I really need to do that. I think that's kind of a waste. Richard Heat, my dwarf. It's really good, but on the first boss we had some eggs we needed to kill fast, but some were still in the air and could hardly DPS them. If you guys are watching the stream and you're in the game, let me know, dude, because I'd love to be able to get some groups going, go to some places we've never gone before. I made my way to the rainforest already, and it's a really, really good way to farm teeth. I think I was going to go back there last night. I ended up having to do something with the family, but I wanted to go over there and harvest some teeth from the, oh man, what were they called? The truffle hogs or something weird like that. Let's get a little bit away from the people. In fact, there's a spot over here, guys, that I've been wanting to go to. It's a little dangerous because there's enemies right behind it, but for our level we should be fine. But there's a spot I wanted to go to over here because there is a group of fish out there, and they did talk about that. Let's turn this one in while we're over here anyways. What's up, Ernest? How you doing, man? You're proving to be quite the skilled fisherman, Demiro. Thank you. I appreciate it, dude. And 100 dram. I will have more for you soon. Return to me once the sea beckons. Oh, it's beckoning me, man. It's beckoning me. What do you got? I have spoken with the old comrade of mine from the Legion. He is now a cook for the garrison atop Kabar's Pass. They need fish and lots of it. There are to be troops stationed with a new leader. That, my friend, does not like. They will need from us 40 sunfish, 20 green bellies, and 10 catfish. It is a large order, so I will catch half. If we pull this off, I will give you normal pay as well as the recipe to my fish scent attractant, one that has served me well. All right, nice. All right, I kind of like that quest. It's a lot, but we're about to come over here and fish anyways, so. Yeah, if you need, I can help you kill them. I need some as well to fish. You know, they're not that hard to kill, the truffle shuffle. They're actually not that hard to kill. I was able to solo them easily on level 10 musket. But yeah, if you need them, dude, I am more than down for helping you kill those things. There is an enemy over there that I do kind of need help killing. And sometimes somebody's running by killing them and I'll snag a hit on it. But yeah, it's the healers over there, the stupid little green guys. They are just absolutely annoying to try to kill by yourself because they just heal. And they never run out of power, ever. And I hope they fix that, because that is just ridiculous. I run out of mana, kind of. Like, my orbs don't come back as fast. I think the same thing should be done for them. Now, I thought this area was a school of fish. Maybe it was before, and they turned it into to these lily pads. But this seems like a good spot to catch us some stuff to eat. Now, I know some people don't like the fishing all that much. I find it to be really relaxing. I hope they change the water to be 3D rather than just a flat, water source like they do in most games. But the fishing skill, really cool. My technique, guys, is to do it underhand. Somebody else told me that when I first joined the game. The reason I like doing it underhand when I cast the line out is, depending on where you're at, you may not have a very tall ceiling. So casting it overhand, you might hit your roof. And because I'm playing it in a converted garage as my game room, HOA says the garage still has to be able to be open. So half of the ceiling has like this little overhang, and occasionally I hit it. So yeah, I tend to do it underhand. It also seems like I get a better cast as well. But I've seen people do it from the sides. Pretty much any kind of cast that you would do in real life, you can do in the game. And they all tend to work a little bit. Now, the one thing I will say is I've had a few really good casts like this one right here that I'm casting out. I've had a few better ones than that where they go out farther. And the game actually kind of glitches out when you do that, and it fails to cast. It just sucks it right back to your rod. So there is a limit to how far out I guess they assume you're going to go. And it's not 100% accurate. Like, I've gotten further. So I hope they kind of increase that, because everything else in the game is based off of your skill increasing as the player gets better at what they do. And if you've been fishing a lot, you're bound to get some pretty good cast in there. So yeah, I hope they extend that reach and, give me more. Like, they probably already do have more in there with fishing, but I want to be able to go out there on one of those rowboats at some point in the future. I want a rowboat. I want to go out in the ocean, and I want the seas to be bucking me during storms, like when it rains. I want it to blind me so I can't see as far. I want it to make the seas make me seasick. There was a game that I played, I think it was called Toy Closet or Toy something. You're playing an airplane. There we go. We got a cast in there, or we got a bite. So I'm going to go ahead and reel it in. Now, I don't like using the trigger to make it faster. You can see that your line actually turns red, and it will snap if you do that. If you just do a regular, reel in, I've never had the line snap on me, not once. So it's a little slower, but it's 100% safer. And yeah, so just do it. It feels real. Feels all right. Well, it's a sunfish, not what I was looking for, but we'll grab it. We want those green bellies, baby. Give me the big bucks. If you're higher level and with the right lure, your line doesn't even go red anymore, I've noticed. Oh, red? So that's kind of cool. You're sitting, sir. You could probably cast overhand, by the way. Yeah, I could. But like I said, I've gotten used to casting it underhand, and it goes out really far when I do it. So the further out you go in this game, the better, because every single time you cast your lure, it lowers the durability on it. So if it's only out there for like 2 or 3 seconds, it lowered the durability. But if it goes out there for, as far as I'm doing right now, like 10 to 15 seconds, it only lowers the durability once. See, like right there, I got really far, and it just came right back, and I'm pretty sure it probably lowered the durability when it did it. I haven't really checked it, because I don't check every single cast what my durability is, so I can't look at it and be like, oh, did it go down this time? But I guess I probably should do some tests and see if that's actually happening. But yeah, you want it to be in the water as long as you possibly can. You get more out of it. There we go. This one feels like a big sucker, actually. Let's pull this dude in. He's kind of far out there. He made a run for it immediately upon getting in there, so I'm thinking he might be a green belly. I'm hoping he is anyways. Come on, baby. Big bucks, no whammies. Now, if your line does turn red or pink, oh, dude, a sunfish? Really? Sunfish? If your line does turn red, I have noticed some people have said if you just swick it, from the left to the right a little bit while it's on the line, then that it kind of resets that. I guess they can't hit the lily pads. I guess they are considered grounds, yeah. So we want to stay away from those. I guess that's why there's nobody out here fishing next to these things. They should be, kind of targets I can go through, to be honest. I mean, lily pads, yeah, you're going to get stuck on. You might get stuck on, like, algae under there as well, and you have to clean off your your thing like you do in real life. They haven't gone that far to do that, but if I can get lily pads, maybe I could use that as harvestable resources. So maybe a little bit of both when it comes to fishing. Well, see, that one worked, and it's right next to a lily pad. So it's just like that one right there and that one over there, not doable. But that one over there, perfectly fine. Man, I can't believe I have not caught a green belly yet. Now, I have noticed, too, all the fish, no matter what you get, no matter what level it is or what kind of lure you have on you, all the fish require or give you 40 experience points. It's a little disappointing. I want to see better experience points gained, kind of increased with your level. So if you're a high level, you know, you're level 10 or something, and you're catching a minnow or a sunfish, you get no experience or very little experience off of it, kind of forcing you to go out there and catch bigger and better stuff. The downside to doing that would be that a fisherman probably wants to catch all sorts of fish. So if you're not going to give him a lot of experience for catching it, you need to give him a higher chance of getting that fish because of his level. So if they do go down that route, I hope they kind of, I don't know, balance it so fishermen are better off in the end. But I like the slow catch speed. Actually, you end up casting out 3 or 4 times before you actually catch anything, and that seems more realistic. Anybody who's ever fished in real life knows that fishing for hours upon hours or sometimes days before you catch anything is a very realistic possibility. But I think I like this system a little bit more because I fail to catch fish in real life all the time. I very rarely ever get anything. And I get something in this one, so I kind of feel a little bit better about that, you know? I don't suck so bad in this one. All right, belly, baby. Green belly. I want some. I know for some of you guys out there, you're like, oh my god, this is so boring. But it's part of the main quest. I kind of like, we gotta do it. Because we really don't have a lot of other quests. I can go out farming. I could do some dungeons, and we probably will in a little bit, but... Oh, dude. Sunfish again. Alright, this spot sucks. We're going to go back to the beginning area, and we're going to see... Maybe come down here a little bit. We'll catch right over here where the sunlight is coming in. I kind of like trying out new areas and seeing what we can get. There we go. That's a good cast. I like that one. Too many phones and tablets. Let's see, sitting, sir. Decided to keep chat up on my phone. I am multitasking. Interesting game to watch, though. And friends over, but still better than work. It's because you're not using a bass lure. Is there a bass lure? I know about 3 different lures so far in the game. I know of the one that they teach you right off the bat. There's the tooth and feather. And then there's the green scale one or whatever for, I believe, the swampy rainforest area. Haven't actually used that one myself because I haven't made it to that area long enough to actually fish, and the quest hasn't really called for it yet, so not really that familiar with that one. All right, got something on the line already. That's kind of promising. Come on, baby. Big bucks, no whammies. You sunfish, guys. You sunfish. Son of a fish. Let's see what we got here. Need to get yourself a cast master. Using a sunfish lure bass is a small tooth and tongue. Really? Small tooth and tongue for bass? Yeah, I'm at a fishing quest to go into the rainforest. I'm not sure what lure to use in there. It's just the... in fact, I'll load it up. Oh, not load it up. I'll show you guys the one I have been told is the lure to use in that area, and you can try it out and tell me what you think. It is... And is this one right here? No, it's not. That's not. It is this one right here. Blue scales. Blue scales. You can get those off of the ones over by Wanderlust or Wonder something town. Is the name of the area over there. So professional, guys. No, that's not what I want. 0 durability. Okay, so we got to change that out anyways. Small tooth and feather. Small tooth and feather. All right, well, we need a few sunfish. As soon as this one is gone, which is a tongue and an eyeball, we'll go back and we'll do the tongue and the tooth and see how well that one works for us. Yeah, just blue scales, nothing else, as far as I've been told. Again, I have not tested it out myself, so if you try it, it doesn't work, you know, let me know, and I'll stop telling people about it. Yeah, a lot of it's just word of mouth. You know, you sit here at these fishing spots, you get to talk to some of the other people fishing, and that was one that 2 or 3 people were talking about, and they're like, oh yeah, it works really well, you know, you use it to catch like snakes or something, but sunfish again. Darn you, sunfish. Yeah, I hadn't heard about the one you just told me about, the tongue and the tooth. Where did you learn that one at? Was that same thing, word of mouth, or is there quest, or was it off of the book? Because I know over there at the fisherman's shop, there is a journal sitting there on the crate, and I looked at it a little bit. I didn't read all the way through it. Probably should. If you're interested in fishing, it would make sense to have, you know, oh man, I kind of hope that they put a library in this game like they do with Skyrim. There's so many books, so much lore to read in that game that you could quite literally spend all of your time in that game reading and never really actually get to any of the action. This thing is jumping all over the place. This is a big sucker. He does not want to come in. Come in and play, dude. I got an entire army to feed. I got 12 kids to feed, man. Come on, Arnold. Come on, come on, come on, sucker. Oh, sunfish, really? And you're not even like the biggest one I've caught. Yeah, the game has a good... Oh, yeah, the game has an amazing community. It said through the... Okay, so I just maybe glazed over that one when I was reading it, or I haven't gotten to that quest, because I didn't see that. Come on, baby. What I need. Or they... Oh, man, this is a good spot. This is a really good spot. I mean, I'm not getting the fish that I want, but I'm getting fish. Like, they're biting like crazy. I also would love to see them make the fish bite more, like right before it rained, kind of like in real life, or as it's raining. Come on, baby, come on, come on, come on. Sunfish, dude, sunfish. Getting experience, almost, no, we're not really that close to level 4. 40 experience is not much. I got another fish already. Oh my god. It's fish galore. Bring it in. Quite the haul today. Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. Don't fight me, baby. You know we want to be part of. I got a whole bunch of other fishies over here. You can come be friends with them, man. Got the entire school. You don't want to be out there all by yourself, do you? Another sunfish. Jeez. All right. I know what we're eating tonight. Yeah, thanks for the follow, man. I definitely appreciate it. You can use the fish scent potions to catch more often if you need. I have one of those left that he gave me, but the quest that I have right now, which is he wants me to fill. Oh, another one. Another one. Wow, way out there. Look how far that lure is. That is a long way. I might have to use the extra speed. Oh, yeah, you can see it kind of getting a little rough. Come on. Bring it in, baby. I let him get a little too far because I didn't reach over and grab as soon as I should have. Come on. Oh, yeah. Green-bellied bass. We got one out of, I think we need like 10. So, you know, we got a long way to go. You level up your fishing. You get experience for fishing. Oh, yeah, yeah. You have an entire skill set just for fishing. And it's basically its own class to level up. Yeah, and I like that. Actually, I love that. I love fishing in real life, and I love how it's in its own class. It seems like it's a trade skill. Like they're treating that as a trade skill in its own right. And, you know, if they keep the spawn rates low and they keep it based off of knowledge rather than, you know, random number generator, when I think it has to be a combination of both, but finding the right spots. Like this one right here, dude, the fish are biting better and faster than I've ever seen anywhere else I've ever fished. So if you can find that butter zone, that really good spot, and either keep it to yourself or share it among other fishermen, and that kind of knowledge is passed on, that will be sweet. There's so much they can do with this game. There's so many ways they can go. And I don't know, I haven't read a lot of the patch notes. I only found out about this game about a week ago, and was super excited when I saw the spellcasting, and that's why I got into it. But I don't know if they're trying to go more realistic with their game programming, if they want that. I know with the graphics, I heard they went more with like the Zelda style themed. Oh, another one. What's up, my pretty? My precious. I would love to find some items when you fish too. EverQuest is a game I compare this to a lot because it kind of reminds me of, oh yeah, look at that, green-bellied bass. But yeah, this game kind of reminds me a lot of EverQuest in its heyday when it first came out. And I would love to find junk on your line. Seaweed, maybe you can be used for crafting. An old wonky shoe or sandal. Like things that you pull out of the water naturally in real life. Things that just get tied up on your line. All right, so we are out of lure here. We're going to have to leave this wonderful, wonderful little area. So let's kind of take a quick glance. We're a little bit away from that one, in between these trees. We are in the sunlight. There's little shadows there. A little bit away from the stairs. All right, so I think we got a good bearing on where we're at. I'm going to go back to my house, and we're going to make ourselves some of those bellied bass lures that we just heard about. I don't have a lot of teeth. I think I have 3 on me right now, so I can only make a few of them, but a few should be good. I think we'll make 2, and we'll make 1 lure for the catfish, because we do need catfish as well. Now, I haven't found a really good spot to hunt catfish or fish for catfish, except for next to the dungeon, the level 8 dungeon, or over next to the guild. But that is 100% hit and miss. The guild actually seems to be pretty abysmal with catfish. I'm betting there's better spots out there. So if any of you guys know, I'm all ears. I do not mind getting a little bit of a leg up on better fishing spots. And I definitely will share with you what I find out. I would love to see them add a spell for spellcasters, for the wizards, to be able to cast on portals after they've been open to show you or maybe your group where they go. Because right now there is absolutely no way to know where that's going except for the person who opened it up. And I think there kind of needs to be a way to do that, or at least it would be really nice if they did. Let's see. Yeah, they said the first big upgrade or update expansion pretty much. They're adding in-game raid, should be maybe a new class or 2 and new abilities. I heard they were adding a level 20 dungeon. That might be what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm on that fishing one. 20 sunfish, 10 bass, and 5 catfish. Catfish lure you have already. It's tooth and feather. Yeah, and the wooden bridge outside the guild city is great for catfish. I wouldn't go great. It has some from time to time. Let me actually stand up for this one. It's a lot easier than sitting down trying to get these things. Although, to be honest, when I'm not recording or streaming, that's the way I tend to do it. I did find that weird finger in there as something I can use as a lure. I don't know why a finger would be the thing to use. As you guys can see, like fish, or the teeth are my Achilles heel. Tongues. Yeah, we'll throw those in too. Why not? All right. So you said tongue. and tooth, right? So let's do a tongue and tooth one. Oh, yeah, there's one. There's a tooth. All right, let's finish that up. Fishing lure. Let's do one more of those. Yes, tongue and tooth. All right, just double checking. And we'll use the last one for the bass, because I think I only have one of those left. And feathers. There we go. And while we're here and standing up, we might as well make a potion. Now, I need 2 health potions for the guy outside, or the girl outside. Health potions. I think that's this direction. I messed up one of these healing potions already. Alright, let's see if we can get this right this time. So we need to, if I can stop moving around for a second, we need... What is that, King's Ear, right? Queen's Ear. Alright, so we need Queen's Ear, turn it in there, it's just going to turn yellow, and then we got to put the Roto and the Queen's Ear in at the same time. How many Rotos do we have left? We have 6, okay, that should be enough. I only need 2. Okay, so, oh, how many Queen's Ear? 3. Do I not have any? I thought you go out there and farm some of those. Yeah, I'm pretty low on that. I only got 3. Well, we only need 2 for the first one, so let's do at least 1. Okay, so let's throw that in there. Queen's Ear. Let's get ready as soon as that turns. One more shade. Turn a little bit more yellow. I think you can turn one more shade of yellow. It's like super green. There we go. So that one. And that one is going to turn blue really quickly. There we go. Bottle. Done. Alright, so that blue thing only lasts for like 2 seconds. Missed it my first time around. And that's all we can do because I don't think we have enough for another one. Unfortunate. But it does give us something to go out fishing for now. And now I get to sit back down because I am lazy. My lazy boy. These wires, they kill me, guys. They kill me. I hate these wires. So, want the wireless headset. Be nice. Alright, let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you. I was trying to figure out what the heck that spell was or what it did. It's to curse. It figured it was useless. Well, I mean, you know, it kinda is. I don't really see that many people using it, and maybe it's just because I haven't gotten into like high-level dungeons and, you know, monsters that do all sorts of crazy stuff. This guy actually wants more stuff. Let's see what he needs. Why, hello, Demiro. Have you been, how have you been keeping? I'm keeping okay. You know, just trying to not get tangled up by my wires. Say no more. Looking to indulge in a simple pleasure of Parthiman's finest tobacco. I don't blame you, my young friend. Alas, my cigars are becoming harder and harder to produce in this dreadful red-tail environment. You can, however, earn your stogie. There is a man in New Kingsport, a representative of the Writers Guild. He awaits a copy of my latest poetry collection for publishing. Alas, I am too old. My back is too sore for me to present him with the finished manuscript myself. If you could see to it that my poems make their way to his hands, then perhaps I would be able to part with one of my delicious cigars. I don't know if you would say delicious is the right word. Maybe aromatic or fancy or something. I don't know. Delicious doesn't seem the right word. You'll do it. Fantastic. His name is Evan von Lucenstron. You will find him most days in New Kingsport near the water's edge. Please take him my manuscript. Hurry. All right. Well, he got his manuscript. Kingsport near the water's edge. I'm actually not sure where that is, but we're still going fishing, guys. We're going to try out our new lures.
Easy, fellas.
Well, keep an eye out for him as we go. I also need to get some roto spores in that area. Now, as far as the king, or not the king, I don't know why I keep calling it that, the Queen's Ear, right up those stairs is a fantastic spot to get them. I've seen tons and tons of them over there. There's also another spot that I found last night where there's just a lot of them. I just didn't harvest them because I was doing a quest. So I know where to go. I just got to spend the time to do it. And got some more people fishing over here. Let's go back to our spot. See if we can find the exact spot. I think it's right here. Yep, I think this is it. All right, let's put on our. Any of you guys who are fans of Sword Art Online will recognize this kind of system right here, and it just blows my mind that I'm playing a game that actually has it. Small tongue, small tooth. Let's try that sucker. All right. No, it didn't go out. All right, well, we'll try it a little higher.
Hey, can you help me? Can you help me, please?
What's up, man? Oh, yes.
Can you help me?
I don't have my weapon out. I have my fishing rod.
No,
Sorry, dude.
No.
I couldn't help him. That sucks. Well, that is one of the downsides to fishing, I guess, is if you get attacked, you're kind of defenseless, and you can't really help anybody else out. It makes sense for pretty much all the classes out there. Warriors, they all have like their shields and stuff, but it would kind of be cool to have like the wand or something, even if it's just a very, very small weapon like a dagger that you can kind of pull out really quickly if you want to out of your backpack and your fishing rod at the same time. Now, you realize you use both hands to fish, but you don't necessarily have to have the dagger out unless you really, really need it. But it would kind of be nice to have a small weapon for emergency situations. And sunfish, well, I mean, the lure works.
Hey, my man.
What's up, man?
Yo, how do you with the fish, man, once they bite?
Well, with the fish, what you want to do is you want to keep your fishing rod down a little bit. And when they finally bite on your lure, you want to jerk it up a couple of times. That hooks them onto your line. And then you use your other hand to reel them in.
I have a fish on. Oh, that's how you reel them in.
Yeah, and watch your line too. If it turns pinkish or red, that means it's about to snap. So you want to kind of let up on the line a little bit. Let them go a little further away from you, and then kind of reel them in again.
Which way is inwards?
I always do it towards me.
Okay.
But I don't think it really matters. I think it's probably both. But make sure you have a piece of bait. No worries, man. Make sure you have bait on your line too. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's see what we can catch out here. Yeah, my casting is getting a little bit better. I'm getting a little further out there. What about you?
Sit down.
If you got a lazy boy or something, yeah, a chair you can sit down. What about me? No, I was just talking to the guys that are watching on the Twitch.
Huh.
I was seeing if they caught anything interesting.
What's the Soggy Bottom Boys?
It's a guild I joined the other day. It seems like they're pretty good guys. I've grouped with them in a couple of dungeons, so it's kind of nice. You can check to see when they're on and go out and hunt some stuff. There's apparently some epic mob bosses in the game I have not been able to see for myself just yet, and they take like 30-40 mob or 30-40 guys to kill. So kind of looking forward to getting into that.
sounds cool.
Yeah, there's a lot to this game, man. A lot the game has to offer. And they're coming out with a new dungeon, I believe. I thought they had already come out with it. It might have been yesterday, but if not yesterday, then soon. It's going to be a level 20 dungeon. Right now, they got a level 8, 12, and 16.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I mean, lots of difficult mobs. The first dungeon, you actually have to drop stalactites down on it to stun it before you can do any damage to it. And it's just pretty crazy to see these giant stone pillars coming down and like it's right in your face if you're a tank.
Yeah. Huh. Man, your mic is pretty quiet, though. It's a little hard to hear, but...
Yeah, sorry about that, dude.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, it's cool. I like how they're still updating the game. Quite a lot, actually.
This place isn't really biting. Trying out a new lure on here, and it doesn't seem to be doing much. Alright, I think we'll try out a different spot. Maybe a little further down on the bank. Let's see. I've tried next to the house already, but we'll try that again just to be safe. Also, guys, if my mic is too low, let me know, and I'll see about trying to raise that up a bit. Wasn't aware that it was really that low, and I don't want to do too many videos where you guys can't hear what I'm saying. Oh, right off the bat, dude. Right off the bat. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. You know you want to. I'm going to come in here, be lunch. Maybe dinner? Maybe dinner, yeah, because, you know, we're kind of going to skip by lunch doing the fishing stuff. I kind of actually do want your characters to have to eat. That would, oh, there we go. A belly bass. They're stealing all your fish. Sounds good to me. Okay, so it sounds good to you guys. Maybe quiet on their end just because of how the distance works. So the closer you are, the further away you are, kind of thing. I guess they could be. I know way over there on the newbie area, that area right there, that's where people tend to be fishermen more often than not because they see people there fishing when they first leave their town. And, you know, they ask questions. They're like, how do I fish? Where do I get the quest? And then they come back there because there's multiple people there to help them. But I don't know. I don't know if that really affects it or not based off of the amount of people casting in a certain area. It's never really seemed to affect me all that much. There's places that just don't have fish, or at least not at that moment. And this is it's not coming out as great. Come on. It's a nice cast right there. Came out there pretty far. Let's take a look at our book while we do this real quick. Actually, hold on a second. Let me see what you guys are saying. Pray for the RNG, Jesus. You know, I mean, there's definitely a little bit of that in there. I would love to see some like fishing competitions because you can see like how big of a fish that I've caught. Sunfish happens to be the biggest, 7.46. And that was actually one of the very first fish that I pulled out of the waters, which, you know, RNG, dude. Like, you know, the biggest fish I've ever got was one of my first ones. Oh, yeah. So much, dude. Thank you so much for telling me about this new lure. I never would have known about it. The other white meat returned to the chef. All right, so I think we got enough of those. I do apologize. There's a community of people out there that have watched some of the videos that people have posted already. None of mine, because I haven't actually put any on YouTube yet, just the streams. But they don't like people showing off the spells that people have to learn, or second or third tier of spells. I don't really have a problem with showing those off, to be honest. I think people find what they want to find. And if you're watching the videos, it's probably because you want more information. At least that's the way I look at it. That's the way I usually tend to watch videos, is I want more information about the game. And I also want to kind of see the game, you know, like I want to be able to hang out and you know, if I can't be on the game, at least I can see more of what's going on, see raids that I haven't gone to, and learn a little bit about them. But maybe there are some people out there that just don't want to know that stuff. Collect the last word publication. Oh, I gotta pick that up off of this barrel, so I gotta go back and get that. We need catfish. We need 4 more catfish, and we need we need a lot more sunfish. 9 out of 20 sunfish. I believe I have a fair bit of sunfish actually in my alchemy shop, so we might be able to snag some there. But we still got to get the catfish, so let's go back. Let's put this away. Let's go back, get the book while we're here. We'll then we'll make our way over to Guild City and do a little bit of hunting for catfish.
Good seeing you in here. I'm so stoked. Oh!
We'll look a little bit for some of those mushrooms on the way, because I need like 20 of them. Now, I do have my graphics turned up all the way in this game, and what I've noticed is when you don't have your graphics turned up all the way, you don't see all these flowers and all these little things of grass, but I'm pretty sure you still see the mushrooms and everything else that's harvestable. So it's almost easier to harvest. Is this it? This is journal? I don't think it is. Personal sin, shall I rest in your embrace till the day passes away, but coming from the disaster tragedy, I'm forced to leave the Navy of love. I think it is his book, but I mean, all you're supposed to do is be able to hold it in your hand for 5 seconds and it should disappear, so maybe that's not it. And there's the airship up there, guys, if you have not already seen the airship. Pretty cool looking. I would love to see more room on the airship, as in I can move around. Right now, when you zone or kind of teleport over onto it, it's a small little square that is the size of your room, whatever your room scale is. So if you got like a stadium-sized room, that's how big it's going to be, and you can walk around a little bit. But if you got a small room, you can't really look over the edges, and you know, I kind of want to be able to watch it. I want a nice, slow journey of watching the the surrounding area underneath me. I want to be able to see people fighting. I want to be able to see mobs down there. Maybe get a little bit of a lay of the land and find out if let me put on a weapon, because I don't want to go out there completely defenseless. I will get my butt spanked. All right, let's see. What are you guys saying? You get some sleep? I almost never get sleep, dude. You know how it works. Party all the time. There he goes. He's safe. There's a mushroom. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I can hear in your voice. Do I sound tired? I'm not really that tired, to be honest. I mean, I'm kind of psyched to be on the game. Maybe I just don't realize it anymore because I'm like always tired. Come on, mushroom. Get in my belly. One more mushroom. Sleep is just a myth. Well, I'll go with you on that one. There we go. Rotospores for days. There's another one over here. Now, this guy will probably attack me even though he's like super green to me, but if you get too close to him, they don't care. Yep. He's like, you got too close. Pushed your luck. Can't let that one slide by. Alright. Let's see what else. Got another one over there. Oh man, these things are spawning like crazy. I do need to spend like an entire day and just go farm everything and collect enough resources so when they do come out with like a new expansion and they lower the drop rates on the loot, and I hope they do, hope they lower the spawn rates on all these items, then they'll have a nice chunk to be able to work with. Good thing to do is get some of these reeds too, but if you look at these, they're a little outside the reach. You'd have to get like right there on it, and there we go. A little bugged out because they're not even on the ground. That's about as far as one can get to those, which is why they're still there. Nobody's snagged them. All right, let's take a look out here. I know we're getting a little sidetracked with all these quests, but another spore. He's gonna attack, aren't you? Aren't you, my friend? Yeah, you are. Saw that one coming. So, oh, you gonna drop me some loot? All right, well, not all bad. Rune Mage Reagent. That is worth its weight in gold. The hat, you can just go ahead and take apart if it's not something of an upgrade for you. Did I get everything? I think I did. Any more mushrooms? We'll clear out the field and then we'll move on to fishing. Give them time to repop. I think that's it. Not seeing any more purple. And somebody else has already got this area. I do see a purple out there. And another one over there. Alright, let's grab these. Come on. There you go. And another one over there. They're everywhere, guys. Come on, there we go. There is a hidden book over here, which I will show you guys. I know some people probably don't want to know, but you're gonna find out. All right, so if you are looking for more spells, if you're wondering like where do you get more spells besides the ones that they give you in that one little witch's cave, you will just have to look in places that are off the beaten path, behind rocks. You'll normally find one if you just kind of search. What am I? Oh, well, I guess I shot you from far away, my dear little Bambi. And you'll find these things, and all you have to do to mim them into your book is to just take out your journal, hold your journal up to the stone for a half a second or something. You'll see it flashing. I already got this one, so that's why it's not doing it. But yeah, you'll see it flashing, kind of like sparkles coming out of a vampire, certain kind of vampire out there that you guys tend to love and enjoy. You know, you guys are big fans of that series, right? And yeah, then you will know that recipe, and you could always cast it even before then, but it definitely makes it easier for you to remember because you can look it up in your spell book. You will sleep, AC. Wish that worked, dude, because if it did, I'd invite you to live with me, man, and just be like, yeah, anytime I need sleep, I'd be like that guy in, what was it? They just came out with a sequel, number 2. It's loading. Give me a second. What's the name of that one? It's a big action movie, like the whole Marvel universe. I'm not gonna think of it now. Star-Lord. I mean, like I'm gonna think about everything to do with that movie except for the actual name. All right, so we're out of the Rotospore area now, I believe. And if there are any harvestables out here, I do not know about them. That's why I'm kind of keeping an eye out. Same thing for the apples. Apparently there's harvestable apples, and I've never seen any on the ground. I've seen them in the trees, but never fallen on the ground themselves. So I'm not sure if you have to mine the tree or what the trick is to that. So there's still a little bit to this game that, you know, actually quite a bit to this game that I gotta learn. These are the apple trees over here that I was talking about. I get closer to them. Attention, attention, thus sighting in EverQuest. Hide your chickens. Ah, sweet Chupa. I mean, if he's on and he's able to communicate, let me know, man. I will jump over to EQ and hang out with you guys for a bit. I haven't seen him in a long, long time. Thoom, Hydros Inc., guys. Oh, there it is. There's an apple. Is, friend of ours that we have been doing videos with for a number of years now. And he recently kind of lost his internet due to the area that he lives in. He lives out kind of in the middle of the woods. And so we haven't really seen him for a few months. So, yeah, any chance we get to actually, jump in there and hang out with him, we try to do it as much as we can. We're going to get over here and we can do a little bit of fishing while we wait for Chupa to check that out. Hopefully he got it under control. Like I said, he may just be testing out his internet to see if he can even play. I think he won't attack me. I think I'll be far enough away. There we go. Yeah, you're good.
Third one is level 2 knockback.
Now, the way I like to sit over here to fish is right over here on this little area right here. And the reason I like doing it here is it just kind of makes sense to me that right over there where, seaweed and other things will grow, that's usually where catfish kind of like to be, under the nook or the cranny in real life. Again, I don't think they programmed it that well to kind of hide in certain areas like they would normally, but, I kind of just like playing it that way for roleplay purposes. Small tongue, small tooth, so that's not it. Small tooth and feather. I believe that's it, right? Small tooth and feather. All right, so we'll use this one. Back in a few fellas getting some lunch. Still to be safe. Oh, those barn guys. All right, so Richard's sending him tells. All right, let me know, Richard. Definitely as soon as you can, man, because I'd like to get in there with him and spend some time if he's up for it. But, if he's doing something else, I don't want to interfere with him. Yeah, so like right over there tends to be where I get the most bass, or not bass, catfish. Like I've tried over there on the banks, not all the way over here, so I haven't tried from over there, but I've tried over there, and I don't seem to get any. I got like one out of an hour. It was really abysmal on that side. And I've tried over there on that side too, casting that direction and casting over here in this direction, and I didn't get any. And I think I lost my lure. Or the game glitched out on me. Because I wasn't watching. Am I getting attacked? What's going on? Okay. I don't know if you guys are seeing this on your end, but my fishing lure is kind of stuck here. Let's put it away. We'll take it back out again. And now it's stuck over here. Let's move. What in the world? How do I get it unstuck? What's wrong with you? Like, you just don't want me to fish today, huh? Alright, let's take that off. We'll take the lure off and we'll switch it with a different one. Which is the same one, I think. Small tooth and feather ship. And you still won't... What if we take the lure out altogether?
Probably, yeah.
No, it's still stuck. Alright, so we'll switch to a weapon. Let's see if that does anything. And we'll even go to a different area. Even though I really, really like that area. We'll go try to fish over here on this side. Maybe on the back end. Or maybe here on the bridge. I've tried it before. The view's kind of blocked, which is why I don't really like it too much. Let's pull out my weapon. Alright, so that should break it if at all possible to do so. And let's go ahead and put back on a fishing rod. And it's still stuck. What? Alright, well, there's only one way I know to fix this. And it may not even fix it. Let's log out and we'll log back in. Really should put my chair like right there because you can't move around in that loading screen at all. Or I should say you can't zap around. All right, I'm in a very large chasm, which is where it tends to load me in most days. Any word, Richard? There we go. Finally, you were fixed. What a weird bug. Let's try it here since we're here already. See what we can catch. Oh, well, not if it's going to do that kind of thing. Let's go back to our spot. Now, I can see most people putting on some music or a movie while they do fishing. There we go. I don't tend to do it, though. I tend to enjoy the simple things in this game. Did you ask him if he wants to play? Tell him, you know, the gang's ready to jump on if he wants to do some stuff together. If you don't mind, man. I don't want to be like, oh, you go do all that stuff for me, but if you don't mind sending him a message, finding out. Tell him Chupa's on, and I'm sure Cypher Deck is around. We can throw him in there as well. Get some... Oh, look at that, guys. Right off the bat, a 5.38 pound catfish. That is beautiful. A little glitchy, though. Not happening that great today. Not over here anyways. See another little guy out there doing a little fishing who either just lost his head or he decided to take his headset off for a second. Something's going on with that guy up there. I think maybe he was sitting down. Yeah, he might be sitting down. And logging out, apparently, so he's gone. Woo, right off the bat. Look at that. Come on, get in there, baby. Let's hold it down. We'll reel it in a little bit more, a little faster. We know he feels like a big sucker. Come on, wind it. This one's taking forever. You guys can hear my Skype going off right there. I do apologize for that. Hopefully it's not too loud. Oh, another catfish. Look at that. He said he's making a short video and running some errands and going to his grandma's. So he doesn't want to play right now, then I guess. Like I said, I didn't want to disturb him if he was doing things. I watched his video and, you know, I heard how like he has a lot of things going on. So, but I also don't want him to feel like we're abandoning him because, man, I didn't get to talk to him for a long time. We had a, you know, little bit of a flood situation here. I live in Houston, and I got hit with that flood that happened a while back. And I was gone for about 3 months. My channel was pretty dark there for a while. I was just doing nothing but house repairs. And I didn't get to keep up with my friends as well because it was literally every day, go to work, come home, do house repairs, exhaust myself to the point of passing out. I even passed out once doing tile, which, guys, you know, at some point you got to call it for the night, and you don't want to pass out with, you know, all that thin set all over you because it dries. It's a thing, and you know, human skin not immune to being dried to thin set. So it's not like waking up with a keyboard print all over your face. You wake up and your face won't come off the pavement. Thankfully, it was just my hand, and I was able to get it loose. But yeah, not a good day to do something like that. So yeah, I didn't get to keep up with my friends very much. And when I came back, he was going through his own stuff. So I haven't talked to him in like months, man. And it sucks to lose track of one of your really good friends. Come on, big bucks, no whammies. No, it doesn't seem like it. All right, well, we'll leave him be for now, but we'll definitely, you know, have to hit him up and let him know that we're here for him anytime he wants to come back and hang out. Meanwhile, get to do a little bit more fishing. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. Don't get too far out there. Now, I have noticed that with this lure, obviously you're going after catfish, but you can still get minnows. I haven't found any minnows here, but if you fish over right next to where the dungeon is, the level 8 dungeon, then you will get minnows from time to time. And I haven't really found a use for them. I know they're supposed to be used to catch bigger fish, so this is a better spot, though, if you're going after just pure catfish. If you want a little variety in your catch of the day, then that might be a spot for you over there. Oh, one more. That's all we need is one more. Oh, okay. Well, maybe he just didn't like being bothered or something. I don't know. I mean, I think he's going through a tough time, dude. I feel for him, man. I know what it's like when your plate is overwhelmed and you don't have any room for anything else, and you're just like, you know, you want to get on, you want to have a little fun, you don't want to be bothered by everything that's going on around you. So maybe that's what's going on with him. Sucks though, you know, like we miss hanging out with him, but we understand. Come on, give me another catfish. Give me another catfish. Oh, thank you for doing that, dude. I mean, like I said, I don't really get to talk to him. I've sent him messages here and there, and he doesn't really get back to me. So I was taking it personally there for a while, but then when I heard like nobody gets a message back from him lately, then you know, like that just leads to me to believe that he's just overwhelmed. There's a cool little castle, though, man. I say little because it's not really that big on the inside, but it's still pretty massive if you think about it. Now, the housing situation is that anybody can stay in like the same house pretty much. It's one house rules them all. That was a perfect cast, and it didn't take because it went too far out there. Again, it didn't take that one. Oh, dude, come on. You got to do a little better with the distance. I'm getting some pretty good cast out there. But yeah, anybody can stay in that house. There's a quest to do for it as well. It costs 2,000 dram to buy the house deed. So I'm not really sure what the purpose of upgrading or moving, if it is even an upgrade, and maybe it's a bigger house on the inside. At some point, I will bite the bullet and spend the money. But money is not easy to come by in this game as of yet. I'm sure once I get high enough level, I'll have money coming out of my ears. But for now, not so easy. That's why you're the best mod. Yeah, you are, dude. You are the best mod I have ever had. And I appreciate all the work you put into it, dude. Come on, catfish. I may have to take a small break here for a second and grab some water. Throat is a little itchy. Or if you guys want to cover your ears, I may be coughing here in a second. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so let's check our quest. Let's see, collect healing potions. Alright, 14 out of 20. Wow, we got that one going pretty well. Stag meat, cigars. Okay, so we do need a cigar one. We have the catfish already done. We need green-bellied bass. I thought it said we had all the green-bellied bass we needed. That's why we left that area. So we need 4 more of those. All right, so we'll have to go back and use that lure again, which let me check to make sure we have some. Blue scales, no. Small tongue, small tooth. Okay, so that's the one we need. All right, let's switch on our weapon. We'll leave the lure on for now. We don't really need the safety of that last spell.
Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.